Hey guys, so I just finished stalls. Let's go in and make some rice. Alright, let's go make some food. Hey all, welcome to Cooking on the Farm. Today we are going to make rice. And I know with everybody have been in quarantine, everybody's got leftover rice. And you're probably getting sick of rice by now. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how I cook rice. It's a little bit different, but it leaves kind of a chewy taste that is amazing. Come on closer and we'll get started. All right guys, so how to cook the rice. The rice that I'm using is the organic from Costco. It is a half a cup of rice to 1 cup of liquid. I always add a cup and a quarter of water or stock. You can use stock, you can use water, or better than bouillon. Today I'm going to use better than bouillon because I have a recipe I want to use my stock for. All right, let's get going. All right guys, so let's get started on our rice. So as I said before, I have a trick to keeping your rice looking like rice and not like mush, okay? So what I like to do is take a tablespoon of butter. This is a touch more because I am making a double batch. Okay, so I'm gonna get this good and melted. And what this is gonna do is I'm gonna kind of fry my rice in it for just about 30 seconds. All right, so the other thing I just did is I have one of these handy dandy little hot water boiler, tea water, I don't know what you want to call it. It boils water for you really fast. I just had that on boil, so I do have hot water ready. All right, so I've got my butter melted. You can let it brown a little bit. I wait till it foams. If you want a really nutty rice flavor, let your butter brown a little bit. I'm just kind of waiting. It's bubbling pretty good. I'm starting to get some brown on there, not a lot, a little bit. All right, but I'm super bubbly. This is 2 cups of organic rice. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of stir all this rice around, and it's just gonna slowly toast a little bit. I have my heat on high. And if you look, you can kind of see the rice is getting almost like a white tan on it. Instead of a dark tan, a white tan. All right, and you can hear them snap, crackling, and popping. It sounds like you're making Rice Krispies. So we're gonna let that set 30 seconds to a minute. So I'm gonna do the better than bouillon. I'm gonna do it in 2 cups. This is also hot water. I'm just gonna dissolve this a little bit and get this ready. Stir it around a little bit. It's okay if there's chunks, it'll get dissolved. So now I'm gonna dump 2 cups of my water, better than bouillon, broth, whatever. And because of the amount of rice that I did, I'm gonna add another 2 cups. And like I said, I like to add that extra little quarter of a cup. I like to stir it until it comes to a boil. All right, so I'm gonna do a 2-finger pinch of salt. So that's probably an 1/8 of a teaspoon. My 3-finger pinch is a 1/4 of a teaspoon. So this method with the butter in the bottom also has worked for white rice, jasmine rice. I've never done it with instant rice because that cooks so fast and I don't like to use instant rice. But for rices that take longer, I like to use that. It just holds the rice in a rice shape. I think it keeps the starches from going out and kind of making mush. All right, so I'm coming up to a boil. I'm gonna take this down just to a very, very light, kind of a simmer. There we go. I'm gonna put my lid on. I'm gonna set my timer for 30 minutes and I'm gonna stir it every 5 or so minutes just to keep it moving, because I find that it can clump. I like to taste it every once in a while, because sometimes you'll get to the end and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's not cooked all the way. And so you can add some more rice. That's why I love these. If you don't have one of these, make sure you have some hot water and another pot, so that if you need to add more, you can add more water to it. But like I said, these are amazing. All right, it's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna just give this a stir. It's looking amazing. So my rice is done. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at all those. You can still see the rice kernels. That's what we're gonna call them, because I can't think of the word. Anyway, if you want your rice a little bit drier, don't add that extra 1/4 cup of water. I'm gonna dish up a bowl. I think we're gonna have to blow on this for a little bit. I love how you can still get that, not a crunch, but like a pop from the kernels. And I think that is from that frying them in that little bit of butter in the beginning. So delicious. The flavor, it's not boring. We gave it a little kick, we gave it a little boost. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my rice bowl. Now I feel like I'm on Survivor. I'm eating rice, guys. I'll talk to you next time from Cooking on the Farm. Have a good night. I have a little bit of a trick to keeping your rice in a rice. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna give this a teeny pinch of rice, just a 2-finger pinch.